This is a ticket to the party.
Evening, boys. First service. You gotta love Mohammed.
Oh! That is a moment of absolute magic from Federer.
It's Murray magic, though.
Djokovic, what are you doing? It's phenomenal.
He's got quite a large gluteus maximus.
I've never seen anything like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Boys, are we back?
We are back.
We are back.
I think
We
we're
have never
back.
been more back, is what I would say.
Well, I could be more back.
Well, yeah, you couldn't be further away, but we are
That's true.
back.
We
You
are
could be
back.
in New Zealand, man. You could be in New Zealand. Come on.
Oh, Rusty,
yeah,
we're
true.
20 seconds into our comeback, Rusty. Please don't start me on New Zealand already. Let's start how we mean to go on. Let's ramble through this, boys. How are we? Callum, Robert, please explain.
Let's start with a ramble.
Where the hell are you?
Look, mate, around a year ago, you were there. We went to Malaga for the Davis Cup final. An incredible
do that.
weekend. Like,
What
one I'll never
remember?
forget. One I will never forget. But when I woke up on that Monday morning, I knew I can't go home, man. The fear was unbelievable. I was late to the airport. You guys left without me. I got there just Home Alone fashion, sprinting through. Kevin McAllister ran into the woman at the check-in desk. She was like, "Are any of these papers yours?" Even though we use phones now. I was like, "Yeah, they must be." She was like, get on. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, do we normally have TVs on a short-haul flight?
On a
What the hell's
Ryanair
going on
flight?
here?
To
And I was
Ryanair.
like, what the hell? Mate, my flight from Malaga to Glasgow took like 14 hours.
Bro, they took a wrong
I
turn
know, I
coming
was
out of
like,
Malaga.
what the hell? I had to do a stop in Dubai. I was like, that's really odd, because I thought Glasgow was just a couple hours away. 2 minutes later, where am I? Fucking Melbourne, mate.
So
Incredible.
you stopped at Dubai and somehow also got on another flight to another place.
Yeah, but like, look, had the fear, mate. Do you know what I mean? You just
It
don't
was
wanna
just a
ask.
layover, Rossby. It was more like a coach trip.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
just don't want to ask when you've got the fear. You're like, oh, fuck, I'll just get on anyhow. Just get on with it, man. So that's me. I've been here for nearly a year, and yeah, incredible, man.
I was going to take this secret to the grave, right? And Gary won't know about this because he wasn't there. Do you remember when we were going to the airport in Malaga, Callum, and the woman kept trying to phone me that we're renting the B&B from,
Yeah,
yeah.
and because somebody lost the keys.
yeah.
No, I don't know who that was.
Yeah,
actually.
well, Dylan, one of our friends at the time, had the keys, and I was convinced that he hasn't put the keys back because he is useless. And that's a fair assumption to make. But as they
Yeah.
say, to assume makes an ass out of you and me. And long story short, the keys were in the bottom of my bag, and I had to send them back first class.
Right. We'll jump on, right? So I'm obviously upside down, so it's a tough podcast. That's why if there's a few teething issues, then it's probably my fault. But let's make our way around. Gary Brown, I'm sure you've had the most exciting year out of any of us. Can you tell me what you've been up to? Just what?
Just work, bro.
What was
Just
that?
work.
Just working.
Work.
They say some things never change.
No, but good. Yeah. I know. Holidays.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Just as
Miss you, boys,
exciting as ever. Just as exciting.
The fact you've summed up a whole calendar year basically of your movements, but just it's okay. Had some holidays.
The Kevin Kyle of the podcast. Can we move him on to a darts one anytime soon? Pricey boy, come on. I'm sure there's a
Well,
lot of things
you know-
you cannot tell us.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the problem is I could summarise my year if it's okay to just leave a few things out. I'm still sailing the seven seas. I work in Troon, which is hardly,
Sailing one river.
sailing an estuary more than anything. No, but we've been hitting. I've kind of fallen out of love with tennis. You can blame Gary Brown for that. While he was working and going on holidays, he was also being a Judas and changing partners and leaving me
Wow.
in the dust. But no, to be honest with you, to keep it short, it's been a good year, and I'm happy we're back on the airwaves.
Yes, I love to hear it. Ross P, what about yourself? How's life been? I know you've been stuck in that cabin for nearly 52 weeks. Are you okay now?
I'm okay, man. I mean, I've been asked if I'm okay probably weekly, which probably means I'm not. But I was cryogenically frozen pretty much for the last year. See, to be fair, the year up to the last couple of weeks was an absolute shocker, but the last couple of weeks is decent. It's all good. I got a tax rebate.
Yes.
So that, yeah,
Well,
buzzing about
so
that.
soon.
Absolutely buzzing about that. And my nephew was born, so happy news
Eh?
to the family.
Yes.
another
fair.
Fantastic.
Another Patrick is in the world, so fantastic.
Unlucky for us, but great for you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Cheers.
Give us a wee rundown
Oh
of your
yeah,
injuries this year.
I mean, how many injuries? Well, recently that's probably the shocker. What I was talking about, the most recent injury was tore ligaments in my ankle. Played football, so that's me retired.
And that was running downstairs because you had left the wings in the oven too long, yeah?
Hey man, I don't have stairs in my house. I'm not I'm not that fancy, man.
Ross B's not allowed up the
What
stairs.
do you mean?
There's a
I
big
know
gate
that,
across the bottom of the
fancy.
stairs, so he doesn't go up them.
Ross B,
no.
the guy building Ross B's house, he wants stairs. Nah, I'm not that fancy, bro. I don't need stairs.
Nah,
He
I'm just
prefers the
one of
width
lazy.
and girth instead of the height of the house. It's a big long, it's a wide house, please, sir.
Hey.
Well, boys,
It's been good. It's been good recently. But shocker of injuries.
love to hear it. Love to hear
Right.
it. Anyhow, boys, it's been a year since we've done a podcast. So there's obviously a lot of tennis to catch up on, which we're not going to do.
Is there one
Right.
main thing that we should really be catching up on straight away?
Yes.
Mm. Yeah.
And
Yes.
Would you mind if I love you, Callum. It's so good to hear from you again. I'm glad you're safe. But can we just please move on to what happened exactly 48 episodes ago when I told you Benjamin Bonzi was the one to watch?
Can't believe it, mate. The week we've decided to restart the pod, Benjamin Bonzi is a winner on the ATP Tour. Yes!
He was always a winner in my heart. It's good
the
to see it on
Bonsai
paper now.
tree is back.
If you can do some filler content here, I'm just going right on to look at his winning run and we will go through it together. Wow.
Incredible.
I haven't even realised this because there's a lot to dissect from this. I know we weren't going to go right into the tennis, but beating Batista Agut, easy enough. Beating Casper Ruud, sorry, sensational. Quinton Hallis, huge fan of the pod. He'll be happy we're back.
He will
that
be,
was
yeah.
a battle of the pod there. Bonzi
It
against
was.
Hallis.
I think it came out right. And then
Yeah.
we got Mickelson? Not the
Mickelson.
golfer,
Let's
obviously.
go Mickelson.
Mickelson.
But that was I don't know if anyone saw that. He couldn't serve and was hitting like full extreme Western grip forehands in for serves. Surely one of you saw that. He had like an injury.
Yeah, I
couldn't
saw it.
serve,
Yeah.
all underarm serving. Made the game competitive in the third set, which was unbelievable. And then beating the boring favourite from home, Cam Norrie. What a run.
Oh, Big Ham. Talking about Big Ham. No Ross Skinner today, guys. Ross Skinner
I know.
is now a father. So congratulations to him. He is not on the pod because he is a father.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
He's
basically the
gone
reason.
full Darth Vader on us.
He'll be
Yeah,
back. He'll
he
be
is.
back.
He is
He will
going
be
full
back.
Darth Vader. Anyhow, boys, there's also been a lot going on in the world. And as I said, we're not going to cover everything tennis from the last year because that will take us too long, and we are here for a laugh rather than a long, boring episode of our podcast do. We are going straight on to massive news in the world. There was a presidential election,
Dun dun dun.
which was worldwide massive. And recently in Price's Trousers, there was a presidential erection. Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah, go on,
That's-
son.
That's funny. That's funny, Cal.
Thanks,
I
mate.
wondered where you were
Right,
coming with
okay,
that.
presidential election. So it got me thinking, boys. Got me thinking. If you were president of tennis, all right, just as a whole, is there anything you would change in the sport? Anything you would do? First time in as president, what are we doing? Give me your thoughts, boys.
Well, can I just clear something up? Is it like a US thing? Do you get 2 terms? So you've kind of got to rush things through, or can it be like
Nah, you get
indefinite?
as long as you want, mate. What's the first thing you're changing?
It's a
Honestly-
dictatorship, man.
It's
If
a
I'm being
dictatorship.
entirely honest, this might not go down well with our more politically correct viewers. I would make tennis more easy to gamble on. I would
Yeah.
offer something like, say, an early payout when you gamble on football. Like,
Mhm.
see, if you go a set and a double break up, give me my money, man. Like, or in a Grand Slam, if you're 2 sets and a break up, or something, give me a stat.
Early
give me
payout for 2 sets in a slam.
something like that. And
I
yes,
love that.
or
That's not
like
bad,
you
actually.
can, or you can freeze the bet like you can on Sky Bet. Like, you know, can you imagine
Yeah.
someone like, I don't know, some absolute scud going 15
So the
against
actual-
Djokovic? Freeze the bet, he's
So-
won.
So the actual sport's not changing at all. You're just making it accessible for gambling addicts.
Well, I mean, I've seen, you know, Twitter is all, or X as it's called now, is always good for hitting you with some motivational quotes. I sort of think that you could gamble away 100% of your money and lose everything, or you could win 2,000% of it minimum. So you
That's
got to
it,
look at
guys.
it that
We
way.
love it. You know, I'm
Please
all
gamble responsibly.
Yeah, sponsored by Skinner Bet.
Yeah, good luck, Skinner
365.
Skinner 365.
Yeah,
Good luck
so-
to
love that
that,
one.
boys.
I love that. That is a great addition to the game. Gary, Ross P, anything that you would change in the game to make it maybe a little bit more exciting?
Well, I mean, mine's is what have you said there, guys? Dingles.
Give me dingles.
Bingos. It's called live ball out here, which I don't like.
Live ball.
Live ball. Dingles is a great shout. Dingles is a
Check
great
game
shout.
show.
Just take
Dingles.
away doubles altogether because no one watches it.
Yeah, that's not
and just make it
a
dingles.
solution, because doubles is actually better than singles if you think about it on the whole.
Yeah, probably. The
Yeah, it's
play.
more- yeah, if you're a tennis fan, it's more entertaining, I think. But as a whole, but like, see the casual viewers don't watch it, just watch singles, big matches.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just saying. Sorry, man. It's not to
That's
rail
true.
on that.
Well, you
But
could
Guy-
have like as a president, you could have like a slogan. So mine would be "Make doubles great again."
Fantastic. It's very on point as well. There.
There we go.
Yeah, nice one. Ross P, any changes for
Was it
this?
ju- Well, I mean, mine's is I'm a big fan of mine, but I can't take full credit for it. I could take 90% of the credit for it, to be fair. Richard Osman came out with a rule change for tennis scoring. You'd go, every set would be first of 4 games, and it'd be best of 7 sets. The games are all the same. Like, the number of games would be the same as it would be an actual match, but you'd get to the crucial points quicker. So my proposal is you do that format on all tour level events except Masters and Grand Slams. So all like the 250s and the 500s, there's a less viewership. Best of 7 sets, first of 4 games, and then when you get to Masters, it's best of 3 sets, regular as we do it now, and then when it's Grand Slam, it's still best of 5. So you've got them sort of 3 levels of it, but you've got quicker, more important points on the like 250s and 500 levels that hasn't got the viewership that the Masters and the Grand Slams do.
Yeah, nice. Boring. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. I know I could hear, because I wasn't getting interrupted, I knew it was boring.
Yeah.
I thought you're just listening to me to stop talking, but I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, I think it's actually a great, legitimate argument that could be really useful for the world. But you know what? Fuck you guys. If
It
if
is a
you're
legitimate
not going to listen
point.
to the actual presidential, like you're going to start betting on stuff, and Gary's just said the one word dingles. That's it. You just say dingles. That's his
Right,
presidential thing.
Gary,
The one
Gary
thing
is a one word.
manifesto
Gary's a
is
one
just
word member of the show.
Dingles. It's
Ross
probably
B
work on
would be the
dingles.
Ross B would be the
Jeez.
first president in tennis to be assassinated.
Hey, that's not funny, man.
Boys, I've got a good one.
fired at Queen. Righty.
I've got a good one. I've got a good one. I would
Well,
I would
judge that,
totally
mate.
allow doping.
Yes. Now we're talking. Yes.
Pricey, have you developed a lisp?
Sorry, I
I'm
was
sure
thinking.
you just
I'm
went,
listening.
yeah. Like you're talking parcel tongue.
No, I haven't. Sorry, I was drinking out my loosely strung mug. It's not available.
Yeah, so boys, I would do doping. I would do complete doping and just make everyone like incredible athletes.
Just
Like
stop.
everyone doped up to the max. Like if you don't dope, there's something wrong with you, and they're all like everyone's just fucking monstrous athletes.
Oh, like
You-
you get
you'd be able to
branded
see
like
it
a
as well.
loser. You get branded badly if you don't dope. Like shame.
yeah.
Shame
I like-
when they come
It's
on
like
the court.
it's like being like 15, 16 again and not trying alcohol and quotation marks or whatever else and just being like, mate, why are you
Whatever
not
else.
drinking, man? Why are you not trying it, bro? It's just a laugh. Just
Or you
some
could
guy
just
not
have a-
doping. He's like, I want the sport to be clean, and he's like, look at this guy, man. He'll never
Boring.
make it.
You can have it
Boring.
on their player profile as well.
You could
Yeah,
do
what
two
they dope
tours
with.
running parallel. You could do 2 tours running parallel. One's just up and one isn't. See what gets
Yeah.
better view.
Bro, what one are you watching?
Oh,
Just
juicy.
up.
Just up in
I'm
a
watching
storm.
the
one.
juice-
Some
Juicy
juiced up
tennis.
guy lasting about 30 minutes playing.
Yeah, can you imagine trying to feed that back down to your coaches at club level? You need to get kids into performance enhancing drugs at an early age. This is grassroots.
How good would that be, man? Watching
Oh, we
everyone
are
just
so back,
total
boys. We are
juiced up.
so back.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe the way for them to go. I reckon half of them are juicing anyhow. So obviously we had the Sinner doping case. He was like 1/1,000,000th of a gram or
Yeah.
something, and look how good he's been. So I mean, let's just up it a little bit and make everyone juice, and we'll hopefully have some of the best entertainment in sport history.
This is a great message we're sending out.
Like, I think if people are just tuning into the pod for the first time, we're not here
This-
for
it sums us up, to
we're
be
not
fair.
here for a serious tennis podcast. We're here
No,
to
it's
enjoy it, make tennis fun again. We're not like everyone else. We want to have a laugh.
I mean,
so
see, to be fair,
if-
I would
if it's
actually
not for
argue
you,
the tour has
That's off.
gotten we took a good year out because it's been pretty boring. It's been, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed watching Alcaraz and Sinner be the top two blokes, and I've enjoyed the Novak downfall more than anyone. But can you really point out another great thing about the tour in the last 52 weeks?
no, Andy Murray retired.
No, that was sad news, man. Sad news.
Rossby, how
Yeah.
did you take that?
I was really emotional, actually. Honestly, this past year, I've been in touch with my emotions, man. I was crying to that.
Hey,
The
just
Fed
guy,
doc-
can
the
I
Federer
just butt
doc-
in here? Sorry, can I just butt in here? Look, Ross P, that's absolutely brilliant to hear, and we want to promote that message to everyone. Just because you're a man does not mean you can't have feelings and you can't be in touch with them. Ross P, carry on, but good on you.
No. Sorry.
No, Muzza retiring, honestly, that run at the Olympics with Evo is unreal, man. Absolutely jumping at my skin. But that Federer doc, the bit that got me at the Federer doc was when Djokovic got upset. I was like, that broke me, because like, if he's crying, I need to. Something else probably I cried of as well. Can't remember. But see that I've got the jar of questions next to me, right? So see, as you were talking,
Guys,
and take the piss-
guys, there's a spider on my wall.
Oh, okay.
Well,
actually,
we get
to
it,
be
bro.
fair-
You didn't tell you.
Okay.
Chill out.
Is that like is that a dangerous one? Do you have to handle that?
It's a
right
it's a whitetail.
now? I don't know what that means, mate.
That's like pretty dangerous. You guys continue. I'm going to get rid of this.
Well,
Okay.
since we've
Well-
had Ross P's emotional moment, I've obviously got I've got a few weeks to be around you guys again to get myself ready for Nadal.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I know I was having a laugh and a joke there, but it will be so different without the likes of your Murrays, Nadal, and Federer on the tour. And do you know what?
It is, yeah.
I'll be sad when Djokovic goes.
Yeah.
Not in the same way, but it is. And I know we use these words together so easily these days, but it's totally the end of an era.
End of an era. Yeah.
That is, tennis will not get better than that in our lifetime. I'm happy to say that. Like, maybe you'll see some absolute brilliance from the likes of Alcaraz, Sinner, and there will be. I mean, when young Alcaraz comes through, his younger brother is looking sensational as well. Like, it's going to be good to watch and it'll be fun. And we're always going to love this sport, but it will never be the same without that feeling.
No, you're right. Concur.
No, I think we will connect with Murray as well, obviously, because he's from Scotland and stuff. But
Yeah, of
To see
course.
Draper
Like,
do
I
well.
like Draper, and I've got much more of a soft spot for Draper than I did for Cam Norrie. I'm a huge Dan Evans fan for more personal reasons than tennis. But like Draper, I've got a soft spot for him. I was going to say something there about some of the other old boys. Yeah, looking at seeing Stan Wawrinka still go out and ball out. I love it. Like, he had a nice wee run there.
he's unreal. Gatsby is going.
Yeah, that's a shame because he kind of he announced his retirement the same day as Nadal, and it kind of went under the radar as if it was this it.
Forever having this section back.
Hey guys,
Hey, Bat, have you dealt with that spider?
yeah,
Okay.
that is a poisonous spider. I just
Nice.
killed
What
it.
did you do with it?
With what?
I just with a like a dish towel, I just got it wrapped
Alright,
up and
cool.
smashed
Nice
it.
one. Good job. Good job.
That is a whitetail. They are pretty poisonous. So sorry guys, back to the pod.
How often do you do that?
Sorry
How often?
guys, we're really sorry to
Rather
say
than-
someone's actually muffled Gary. So if we lose him, life
And we
stuff.
can't see his
Um,
camera either, so we have
He
no
was
idea
meant to be
what's going
working
on
tonight.
Yeah, his
could be
boss has
gagged.
got him.
Amanda
Told him,
Fuller.
oh, he's been gagged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, guys, what did I miss there?
Well, we're just saying how
Pricey was getting
it's
touched
going to
with
be a
emotional.
total. Yeah, it was going to be a total. I know we say this so much, but it's going to be the end of an era, and it will never be repeated. I don't think. But I was also
I
saying
totally
how
agree.
in British tennis for us with Andy Murray, I've taken a real soft spot to Jack Draper. But not though I didn't get it with Cam Norrie, and I was saying only for personal reasons. I really like Dan Evans because he's cool as fuck. But yeah, and then we kind of touched on Wawrinka having a wee run there as well. Is good to see, and Monfils as well.
Yeah, it's just going to be a tough era for the sport. But thank fuck we're back.
We're back.
Hell yeah.
Then.
To try and carry them through a little bit.
I know. See, the Jericho, I was in the middle of saying this, then the spider interrupted me.
Sorry.
But it was a fair interruption. It was a danger to your life, to be honest, Callum, which you probably don't get on many podcasts. But
It basically was, yeah.
yeah, see, I've got these jar of questions, and I pulled out just randomly one while we were talking about the whole doping thing, and the first one I brought out was, what's the worst sports crime, taking a banned substance or match fixing? As just came out as you were doing that and talking about it. I know another boring little bit from me there, but I just thought it was a fun wee fact I'd share with
Well,
you
let's
guys.
answer it. What's worse, match fixing or doping?
Match
Definitely
fixing.
match fixing.
Match
Definitely
fixing.
match
That's
fixing.
it.
Yeah, I think we've done that
I
already.
don't
to be
know,
fair.
man. I don't know.
No, match fixing. It's the whole integrity of it's fucked. You can't match fix. Doping.
Yeah, at least if you're
Yeah,
broken,
that's
you want to
true.
win.
Match fix. You can't really
Do you know what I
match
mean?
fix to win, can you?
Nah, it's the whole
That's
lie.
fair.
At least with doping, you're seeing someone actually, like, two people battle. Where match fixing, it's already predetermined.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what David versus
Just to
Goliath.
light,
Two people
can
battle.
we just try and lighten the podcast back up here? Because something I think we agreed we were going to talk about and we missed it a wee bit. What about this Six Kings Slam? What we think?
Yes, great shout. Well, do you know what, Pricey? I guess everyone has different opinions on it, but if I was one of the 6 players that were invited, there's a 100% chance that I would sign the contract and say, thank you, can you send the money straight into my bank account? Because that is an incredible payday. I'm sure Sinner played 2 matches or 3 matches and walked away with 6 million.
Yeah,
Medvedev won like 6 games and got 3 million or something like that. Or
yeah, I would love to take a nice political stance, but send me that money, baby. I'll do it all again next year. And if you want to make it 8 Kings, go for it. Whatever you like. Do the draw however you like.
Well, can we get in touch with the Saudis and run a loosely strong
Absolutely.
version
And,
and the millions?
I tell you what,
I don't
though, I bought totally into the hype of that release video.
Good
Uh,
at that.
it was good. It was
It
good.
was really good. I enjoyed it, and the best thing about it for me was how clearly 5 of the players were right into it, and Nadal could just not be fucked.
Yeah.
So that's also a good thing for me. The tennis is still alive.
It is incredible though. Like the Saudi stuff is mad. We obviously just had the WTA finals there. One of the flagships events on the women's tour. Probably with about 40 fans, 50 fans watching. Like
Yeah.
genuinely horrendous. They made an absolute fat stack, man. Like incredible money, but playing in front of 0 fans for the flagship event of the year. I think that's one for me would have to be against the Saudi stuff. Like the exhibition, the Six Kings Slam. Who cares who's there, man? Just take the money. But for
Absolutely.
an event like that, surely it's got to be in a place where people actually appreciate the sport. I mean, like if the sport wants to grow, having less people watching than grassroots football on a Sunday morning in bloody, I don't know, Easter house is not the way for the sport to go. I think it's horrendous.
Is that going to change though? Is the actual audience over there for that event going to change? Or
No way, mate. No way. Do you think they care
it's not gonna
about
change?
the 8 women
Go for
playing
the thing.
8 women playing
Go for
tennis
the
in
thing.
Saudi? I don't think they care at all. I don't even know if the men's would fill, to be honest. I think it's
I
a
agree.
bit of a waste of. I don't know what it's not a big event when they don't get Neymar out for it because they basically get him out for every
just
single
wheel him
fucking
out,
event
right,
that's
yeah.
there.
He's been everywhere,
Yeah.
man.
They've messaged him WTA finals and he's like,
No.
no. I'll play.
Um,
He actually played his first match in about 2 years instead of going to watch that. So that must be how
Superb.
bad it was.
Are you guys able to, while we record here, look at a WhatsApp message because there's something
Yeah.
I'd like to address on the podcast. I can just talk you through it if not, but I've sent 2 pictures into our WhatsApp group chat. And the crux of it for the listeners, obviously this is great podcasting. I would like to discuss the downfall
The answer is no,
in
Pricey.
the
As soon as we
ability
leave, I
of
think
tennis players to dress themselves.
stuff is off.
I do think we've just lost Callum there.
Oh,
We might have
sure.
him back. I've obviously managed to find the picture of Nadal, Murray, Federer and Djokovic in tuxedo, in proper black suits and bow ties. And then I'm looking at the current ATP men's finals where there's not a single suit that fits anyone. There's no ties and they're
Bit
ridiculously
rumpled,
far
yeah.
away from the camera.
Yannick's
I mean, Rude's the best dressed there, I think.
Yeah, and it's not, but then he's just wearing a coat. That's not even a suit jacket.
So what are we getting
Yeah,
at here,
I see.
Pricey? You think
I mean, yeah,
the way
I mean,
people
it's
dress
a
have
really
gone downhill here? Is that what the rabbit hole we're going down?
That is not I mean, no, I don't want to go down the utter woke nonsense route here. But I think it needs to be discussed. This is the end of year finals for what we would, as tennis players, I think we would agree that it's not a high end sport. It's not necessarily a posh sport. But people looking out from the inside, I think the picture with Murray and all that is more of a representation of what tennis is really like. And then they've just dressed up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 diddies in suits that don't fit them, and they're the best in the world.
yeah. ATP have done that. They've not done that themselves. The two have done that.
Rusty,
to
it'd
them.
be much more fun to assume that none of them can dress.
Oh no! Imagine Ross P dressed them all.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, so guys, have you ever worn a linen shirt before?
Have you ever?
Hey, I've got a whole linen
Have you ever
wardrobe
had
there,
a-
mate.
Just everyone dressed
Honestly.
in like Marks and Spencer's belts, where the belt is not got any holes, but it's all a hole.
That's great. That's cool, isn't it? It's a really cool design the way it is because it's like flexible and it stretches. You
Yeah,
can just put it wherever you don't
Heather
have to.
Watson knows.
Usually with a leather belt.
Heather
And
Watson
headbands.
knows.
Yeah,
Constant
She
headband.
knows what's going on.
I've cut my hair now.
Yeah.
Actually, I know you can't see it, but I've actually tried to look
Well,
after
look,
it
boys,
today.
we are obviously getting towards the end of our podcast. We have rattled through nearly 30 minutes of absolute nonsense. This is basically just this is a welcome back pod from us, and we'll probably get into some more action and
Oh, yeah.
stuff next week. Just a basic catch up from where we've been for the last year and what maybe the plans are going forward. I thought maybe Sky Sports, but I reckon Talk Sports probably more the place for us. I think Talk
Yeah.
Sport will be the place
Take
for
that,
us.
to be fair.
But look, what a feeling being back. We are ready to take over. It's going to be the biggest podcast in the world, boys.
It is. And I would like to reiterate, like we did in very early podcasts when we first started this, at the tennis podcast, we would still like to play you in a game of doubles because we would absolutely fucking scud you.
We'll take on every podcast. Fuck it, we'll take on every single fucking podcast.
Yeah.
There we go. That's an open challenge to anyone that thinks they're good enough to take us on. Even if you're down under, I'll play you in a singles. If you're back home, pick 2 of them, probably Gary and Pricey, to play doubles. Crosby's injured.
Cal.
Let's fucking do it.
I'm legitimately injured.
Boys, let's fucking do it.
Anyway, are we happy then?
Right, we're happy.
Folks, thank you very much for listening. If there is any of you, because we did a poll about this about 6 weeks ago saying, would you like us to come back? And about 90% of people said no. So,
See, to be honest, Cal, I'd never seen that poll either. So, I don't know if that poll's sent, mate, but...
yeah, well, Rusty, it was just a bit of patter, but thanks. We'll just have to cut that out. Thanks a lot, man.
Well, it's just making shit up, man. You're just making shit up. I'm supposed to
Yeah,
react
that's
to the live
it.
stuff.
Folks, thank you very much for listening, boys. It's so good to have you back, and we will see you
Let's
next
go.
week. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun, dun, da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun.
What do we
I don't know
do?
what to do.